Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So, today I'm going to talk about the opportunities and challenges in conversational AI. My focus is going to be on the implementation, the ground reality, what is happening when you actually implement a conversational AI project. This is based on the experience I have gained implementing a chat and voice solution for large enterprises. So all my experience in the implementation is what I have summarized for the next 20 minutes. So 6 months ago, I gave a similar talk, and these were the top 3 challenges enterprises were facing. The first one, the fundamental question which most of the enterprises I discuss with, the question they ask is conversational AI the right solution, or should they go with alternatively an app? So this was one fundamental question. Then the questions were around integration. How difficult or how easy is it? If you have seen, all this is regarding the implementation part. No hype. There's no hype about AI. I'm only talking about the ground reality. These were the 3 challenges which we have seen. The third one is, once you build, how do you manage? How do you enhance the features or all the capabilities? That was the third challenge. Now, but this was 6 months back, and lot has changed in the last 6 months. And what happened now? We are in the era of large language models. Everyone are talking about ChatGPT, and that has. I mean, you must have seen all these news articles with this kind of headings. Are we going to replace humans? The next big is this the next big thing or a passing cloud? These are the kind of news articles most of us have seen. For an enterprise, this has added more challenges. These, in addition to the 3 challenges which I have shown in the earlier slide, we have more challenges got added. Are large language models secure? Enterprises are thinking whether to jump now or wait for some more time. Is it something bigger coming up next? Who is the right vendor? What all information do I need to know about large language models? There's a lot of confusion if you're looking from an enterprise lens, though there's so much of hype around large language models, certainly there's a lot of confusion on how to adopt this technology. So what I'm going to do in the next few minutes is separate out into various types of challenges based on the phase an enterprise is in. So I've identified 3 phases. The first one is for those enterprises who have already implemented conversational AI in for their customers. The second one is those who are willing to take the leap now. The third one is who are just watching and seeing the news and trying to see whether it is the right time or not. So these are the 3 categories of enterprises, and I'll try to address the challenges which they face. Now, the first category, for those who have already implemented. Now, this is the most dangerous part, because will the legacy system on which they have built the conversational AI solution, will it pull them back? Is one question which I've heard from few of the customers I have interacted with. The answer is, unfortunately, yes, it would. Because the reason is, you will miss on few of the advances. This is a path-breaking technology that has happened in the last 6 months. Therefore, you'll miss on human-like experience. What does that mean? If you have a human-like experience, your customer satisfaction would be higher. Your call containment would be higher. That's what the large language models are going to provide. You'll miss on all of that. And second, and one more important factor, it is extremely easy to maintain compared to the legacy systems. So the next question is, what should I do with that? And the answer is simple: you need to migrate. But the difficult one is how. That's the million-dollar question. I don't have answers for all the processes, what all need to do, but we have done a study on what all things have to be done for migrating from a legacy system to a large language model based system. One, it is definitely going to be like your regular implementation, 3 to 6 months project for just migration. You need to find the right vendor. Not just the vendor should not just know ChatGPT. They should know a lot about large language models. The few other tips that we have now, you don't have to jump today. Do few steps like make your integration layer agnostic to the large language model. Work on your compliance. Large language model have a different set of compliances. The legacy systems are apples and large language models are oranges. They are completely different. You can't apply the same compliances here. You'll have to start working on that. Few of the components from your earlier implementation are definitely reusable, like your conversation designs, integration layers, all these are reusable. This is something which I have seen recently on LinkedIn. I have been using the word legacy, which was actually state of the art 6 months back. Things are moving really fast, and yeah, this has made me laugh for the whole day. Now the second set of enterprises are those who are planning to implement conversational AI. I would call these people as the most lucky in the lot. The reason is this is the right time to plunge and take the plunge and jump into this conversational AI implementations. There's no second thought, you have to embrace now. And you have to start small, learn and move fast. You'll have to come up with that kind of a plan. I have identified three different approaches that you can take. And these are the categories of approach, and these are the types of approaches I have. And the names are a little interesting. I call the first one as legacy plus plus. Just a bit notch on top of the legacy systems. You have the hybrid where you have the legacy plus your large language models. The third one is 100% large language models. These are the three different approaches that an enterprise which is planning to implement conversational AI today can take. I have also listed down few pros and cons for each of these approaches. The one which at the bottom, 100% LLMs, I'll spend a minute on that. The advantage, as I already mentioned, the customer experience is going to be good, the maintenance is going to be easy. With better experience, what you're going to get is higher containment, higher customer satisfaction. The cons, however, you must have heard about hallucination, large language models hallucinate, and then the compliance. But what the bet I'm taking is, these two cons, hallucination and compliance, will be addressed in the next 3 to 6 months. The entire industry is working on it, so these problems are going to get solved. And if you pick any of the first or second approach, you might be good for now, but maybe in the next 1 year you'll have to plan to move to 100% LLM based conversational AI solutions. That's my prediction. We'll see next year when we meet here. The third category is those who are watching. Is it the time to jump in? And my answer, it would be yes. Embrace the revolution now, don't wait. The innovation that has happened is really path-breaking, and if you ask me in the next 5 years, I don't see anything as big as this is going to come up. So it is the time, just go jump in. These are like providing better than human results today, so I think this is the right time. And about your compliance and hallucination, Amazon has recently released the foundation models. This was 2 weeks old news. Large language models are within your virtual private cloud, so you don't have security issues are addressed. Your data protection security and your hallucination, all these are getting addressed with Amazon solutions. Yeah. How can I get LLM for my own enterprise? Yes, you can get. Today there are large language models available by companies like AI21, Cohere, Anthropic, and more are there where you can deploy it in your environment. AWS, as I was mentioning, foundation models, Bedrock is the service that they're calling. You can deploy in your enterprise. and the compliance around it. The customer data will not be used so for training, so it's all falling in your compliance class. This is a screenshot of the AWS foundation models. You have a bunch of them. You don't have to you don't have to depend on OpenAI alone. You have a lot of other foundation models which can be deployed in your AWS cloud. So this is how the future of contact centers automation is going to look like. You have the customer talking, you have contact center softwares like Amazon Connect, Genesis, and on the right hand side is how the large language models are going to help address the queries of the customers. I'm sure you must have heard this new fancy terms, the lingo which is coming up, prompt engineering. A lot of in the technology circle, this is the buzzword today. And yesterday I was seeing a YouTube ad where they were advertising about if you want to be a prompt engineer. That came from nowhere. But anyways, so prompt engineering plus LLMs is what is going to drive the future of customer support automation. And of course, after if the LLMs also are not able to answer, you transfer to a human agent. And this is the last slide that I have. In this, I have identified, based on the experience implementing for large enterprises, for many of the enterprises, we have identified all the steps that are involved in the implementation of conversational AI solutions. So you have solution design, conversation design, channel integration, authentication, language model development. You have system integrations, DevOps, and testing. These are various steps in a 3 to 6 months project. These are the different steps that are taken. Interestingly, the only data science part is 16.9%. The rest all is all engineering. Conversational AI, you'll have to work on system integration, you'll have to work on channel integration, authentication. These are the big cases. And with large language models, this 16.9 is even coming further down. Thank you, everyone. Embrace the future of customer support. Large language models are here to stay, and they are going to transform the way customer support automation is going to be. Thank you.